Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this series of a Succession game of Crusader Kings II, where I am currently playing as King Mordred the Bottomless, as in the Bottomless Meadhorn. Where we are in the process of raiding, because of course we are, and let's just get on with it. So we are still, actually we're making a loss right now, but that's fine. To the Wise Scholar. With a learning of 1. I mean, that really only says one thing about you, and that is you are probably even more stupid than me. It's close. Anyway, I would like for you to become a commander. Okay. And we still have one more invitation coming through. There you are. I would like for you to also become a commander. Marvellous. And then we are going to replace you with this dude. Although you are a dark leader, so you should really be in the center. What am I? I am not a dark leader. That's fine. So we'll put you in the center. We'll put me on the right flank. And then Strig is a tough soldier, but that skill could go up. Oh, you're even a Catholic. You have sympathy for pagan religions. You're a shield maiden, but you're a Catholic. Alright. A Catholic shield maiden. I didn't even know that was possible. So who do we want out of these two? I don't think it matters so much. I'm going to go with Sainthood because he seems to have just been there for a long time. I'm also going to give the Gotland tribe to us on the right flank because it has far more light infantry and we excel with light infantry. Alright, so we're going to continue burning down the city of Newport. Oh, here come bad guys. We should probably back off. Because they're coming for us. Bye. Can't raid Saxony. We could raid England, which I must admit would appeal to me. Now, another thing I just considered is if we try to get a claim on Saxony... No, better yet. We're going to wait until Mus is 16, which will finish our ambition. And there is an ambition to become the King of Sweden. I think that is something which is doable, because if we take over Svitjod and then pick a fight with Sjalland and win it through having bottomless pockets through all the raiding we're doing, then I think that's a way to fame and fortune. One other thing which I'm very tempted to do is sell the fleet home and then raise them again, because we could get far more ships than we're currently using. Now, do we have cheap ships? I'm pretty sure we do, but I just want to double check. Rulers cannot demand conversions, priests can inherit titles, priests can marry, religion allows women, priests, fairly weak rulers can prepare invasions. We could potentially prepare an invasion, that's another thing that we can do. I think we're small enough. Yeah, we only have 6 provinces, we're definitely small enough. Vassals don't mind if levies are raised, we can raid neighbours, let's take up to 3 concubines. Enemies are going to have very bad supply limit in our lands. Rulers lose prestige for a peace for too long. That includes raiding. We can be reformed. Can exist no religious head. Rulers cannot declare holy wars, inferior conversion. Women can hold spy master positions. So the answer to whatever it was I was asking is no. Let's go raid England. Has any of this been conquered by anyone? No. Actually, that's a point. How are the religions doing? Because we've seen the different religions do absolutely atrociously in the Shattered Realms game. Shattered World. I mean, Catholicism here has already got a very low moral authority. Sunni's doing quite well. But yeah, most of the established churches, not exactly healthy. Although, definitely looking healthier than they ordinarily would be. And Tengri has virtually disappeared. Orthodoxy, however, is having a whale of a time. And in fact, it kind of looks like the Byzantine Empire is in serious trouble. That might be a good place to raid. Nah, England first. The rest of this stuff is too far away. So because this series is being led by Midge, and I know that he has a certain affinity for Kent, we're going to raid Kent first. As members of the Wolf Warriors, we strive to better ourselves and each other. One way is the occasional sparring match. You want to have a fight? I can provide a fight. Absolutely we'll have a fight. Okay. Jewel Bennett. Gordon Bennett. Bennett the Whiner has chosen to accept the challenge to personal combat. The duel will take place in the next few days. The fight has gone on for what feels like hours. The initial confidence I felt has begun to wane. My movements are getting sloppy. Then, just as my knees are about to give way under me, I whack my wooden staff into his leg. Whack! I gain 200 renown, I gain more duel experience, and he is wounded. Alright, Kent seems to be unguarded right now, so let's go and raid Kent. Kent is one of those places that just has a silly amount of money, and is quite frankly just asking for raiding. It is, however, owned by Wessex, which is not Alfred. Ethelstan's son, I think, is Alfred. Okay. Alfred doesn't exist. So he is trying to raise some troops. We are going to drop this to a speed... Oh, speed 2. Speed 3 is fine. Just in case they appear, because usually moving from land to ships is quicker than province to province. Auslag af Nordland has perished during her adventurous journey through foreign lands. Everyone who fought alongside her knows she died a warrior. Others will carry on the legendary journey, but not me. Is there actually any way of interacting with that? Don't think so. Also, my member score is super high. I should be up here with the heroes. How much do I need? I need 2,000 renown to do that. And I need to have been a veteran for at least 3 years. Okay, fine. I wonder how I compare in combat compared to the father. Compared to Midge. Better, I hope. Is that Wessex is fighting against Middlesex? Interesting. And losing. Okay, I can hold a great blot. We do have a couple of prisoners, 2 of which can be ransomed, actually, for a decent amount of cash. Wait until you accept this one. Come on, there you go. That, and then send you. And then in the meantime, we could do the great blot, or we could wait until Kent is burned, and then hopefully we have a couple more people to offer. I think that's what we'll do, is we'll wait for just a little bit longer. Ransomers are being paid. Marvellous! And we're just getting richer and richer and richer, despite having basically no economy at home. Can't believe that he hasn't built any of the villages. They're so useful. Alright, Dover's gone. We are starting to accrue quite a lot of money, which is great. Right, Wessex has reappeared in Middlesex. Improved relations, looting money. Now we're doing the churches, which hopefully we'll have a lot. Actually, one thing, while we have a lot of cash, I would quite like to make myself a set of armour. I think I'm going to wait until we have about 500 in the bank. Because we're such a small, low-level character, we should be able to afford a fairly decent set of armour without completely bankrupting ourselves. Though we are a duke, so we'll see. To the strong scholar! No longer just a scholar. Oh no, I'm a strong scholar. Staying idle is not a warrior's blood. I hence invite you to aid me against my enemies. I promise to put in a good word for you at the lodge based on your participation in the war. Let the battlefield overflow with the blood of our fallen enemies. So Nerik is currently fighting against Svitjod and Sjeland. Yeah, no. The 2 most powerful nations in the Norse nations, and you're fighting them? Pass. Thanks, but no thanks. Alright, so we've built a bunch of hostile training grounds, and also finished the market village here. Now, bear in mind, when we convert to feudal, it will convert any province which has an even number. Sorry, not any province, any holding which is an even number. So the training grounds will become a level 2 keep and a level 2 militia training ground, which is really quite a good deal, especially as you're paying mostly prestige for these. So we definitely want to get these to at least level 2, if possible. So that's what we're going to do. And we could potentially buy in some more markets. You know what? I think we will. I know I wanted to buy a set of armor, but I've got to think about the future generations. You know, I've got to make sure that they're able to pay for their own raids and things going on into the future. And I've just bankrupted myself. That was not smart. Can I cancel that? Nope. Okay, that's fine. There is one thing we can do, and that is we can split you up again and send you home. We will go into a little bit of a negative, I think, but we will be fine. I don't think we'll lose any warriors because of this, and we still have enough troops to escape, and in fact the money that we make from the sieges goes straight into our pocket. Which I never realised. I always thought that went into here. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, that's one of the churches gone. And bear in mind, the more that we raid England now, the weaker England will be long term. So this is all beneficial to us. Okay, you've done your bit. That's excellent. Let's make ourselves some more money. Now, Wessex is getting a little bit scary. Although that's also including Ulaid's army, who should not be hostile to me. So that's just going to be Wessex's 700. That's fine. The loss of a legend. Beau of Chust has perished during his adventurous journey through foreign lands. Everyone who fought alongside him knew he died a warrior. Others will carry on the legendary journey. I wonder if more and more people just get added to the journey later, or if it will actually end at some point. Alright, education focus for Mus. Mus has not learned how to be a warrior. Actually kind of looks like he would be a diplomat. Well, let's train him in diplomacy then. And then I think I'm also going to change your educator to being a diplomat, which will be Hrafen. That also improves Hrafen's relation of me. How are these guys feeling? Still much the same. Are there any laws we could pass? We could try to Yep, that would pass. We would be able to revoke titles. That would actually be super helpful later on. Still waiting on Kent. There we go. There's Rochester for another chunk of change. Elder Ulfa has been killed in a duel by Vermantos. That's a shame. The Lords of Gotland have approved the institution of title revocation. Thomas Bjarnason has perished during the adventurous journey through the foreign lands. Everyone who fought alongside him knows he died a warrior. And so that is the last of the legendary journey. And the legend progress bar is deactivated. And so it ends. And I think the dude who just died was my marshal. Now, Doug is good enough to become a marshal, but you're currently leading my center. Are there any other capable warriors? Yes, Tobe would be good. And you're a strategist. Ambitious, diligent. Wow, you're a good character. Yes, I would very much like to send you a gift and bribe you into joining our tidy little collective here. He'd be a good marshal. He'll allow me to raise quite a few extra troops, I think. Right. Point Councillor, Marshal, send. Okay. And then I want you training troops in Gotland so I can get even more troops going. I'm somewhat tempted, seeing how I now realise that everyone likes me. In fact, there is nobody in my court that dislikes me. We're probably safe from schemes. So we could start studying technology. Ooh, that's a big uprising for West Francia. Might be time to go and raid the French again. You're actually in an even better position. I'll hire you. So, yes. I've totally forgotten what I was doing again. I said yes to something. Wow. My memory is atrocious right now. Oh yeah, sending the study for technology. I would like to know where in the world heavy infantry is best right now. Any of those white locations. Interesting. What about light infantry? Down here. I mean, light infantry is still pretty good in those places. What about siege equipment? here. I think I would like to study in Corinthos here. You do not have a great intrigue, so you probably won't catch my person studying technology in your lands. Off you go. Siege equipment will mean that we do sieges faster, which means raids will go faster. That's why you do want to try and keep up to date with the siege technology as a Viking raider. Your Marshal Tobe has initiated a massive recruitment drive. Excellent. He arrived. That stuff's done. Sandwich has been looted for 43 ducats. That was the town. Okay, so do we want to jump onto the ships and go and raid France? Do we ever? Of course we do. In fact, you know what we could do? This is something I have not done for a long time. We could just sail on down the Seine here. See what's going on. Hi, French army. You are actually adjacent to me. But we're going to go and attack Paris. Right, let's just wait for just a second. We'll let these guys pass. See how long it takes them to move. Jumping on and off a ship when you're in a river, super quick. So I'd very much like to raid Paris. I don't know that we'll be able to siege anything down, but we can certainly try. Also, here come the rebel armies. Rebel armies are huge. Another 3,000 coming. Oh, the French army has been annihilated. Excellent. Ah, yes, another blot. We still only have the one prisoner, though. I think I'll wait another year. Maybe even more rebels on their way. My liege, the people of Coronations have progressed far beyond our own technological level. I have managed to study their advancements, and the documents enclosed here should help us reach their level. I hope you will find this to your satisfaction. I do. Now bring me more. Another duel killed people. Are we actually going to be able to siege this down? Because they have no levies here. Because all of their troops are raised. Now, we are not hostile to the revolting troops, only to the loyalist troops. Which is part of the reason I thought I could get away with this, and it certainly looks like we're about to. The conversion of Croatia. The tribes of Croatia have been converted to the iconoclast faith. A group of priests sent by Basilius of the Byzantine Empire have performed a great ritual, during which they were converted the entire population of Croatia alongside the High Chief Drobomir and many of his vassals. By the way, I can see how that now works. If we go to the religion thing, there is now a request mass conversion here, which is what those messages are about. We have to have at least medium, high, or absolute tribal organization. The lower our tribal authority, the more likely pagan vassals will reject our demands. But that is how a tribe can convert. I don't know what we convert to, though. Melun has been raided, which apparently is the capital part of Paris. Now we're doing the city of Paris. This should be worth a pretty penny. Though it's not hugely well built up. Also, Orland tribe has built its thing. I would like for you to have a market village as well, please. And in fact, the market villages are about to finish as well. That's going to be a lot of attrition. Yeah, I'm going to leave. These guys just like blish bash bosh. I did the hard job. I took frickin' Paris's castle. Well, we'll head over here to Brittany and we'll start raiding this stuff. They tend to be pretty valuable too. And now we're really far away from where the armies should be, so we should have a pretty good time of raiding. And also, we have a lot of troops just sitting here in our levy, so we can easily raise more troops as well. In fact, we may have sufficient for 2 raiding parties. Another progression. We're going to be getting a lot of technology at this rate. The conversion of Rashkar. The tribes of Rashkar have been converted to the iconoclast faith. The group of priests sent by the Basilius of the Byzantine Empire has performed a great ritual. That is not ahead of time. Neither is that. I mean, right now my heavy infantry numbers are lacking. I was hoping it would show me how many heavy infantry we would get. Unfortunately, it doesn't really. I think I'm going to go with the siege. We're not fighting battles, we're sieging stuff. And we're not going to be that far off getting heavy infantry, especially if we get another study technology thing through. Okay, Gotland. Done its thing. And so I think it is time to get hostile training grounds, to get some more of the heavy infantry, which I have not just boosted. And then these guys, I would really like to get some more market villages, but I can really only afford, like, one. But we do have quite a lot of prestige, so we can build up the prestige buildings at the very least. We could do some more hostile training camps. Yes, we can. Although that will cost me most of my prestige. But I think that this is fine. Okay. We'll just need to make sure that we harvest more prestige in the future. Of course, it's going to be the local forces which rise, which is actually the Duchy of Aquitaine, which is fairly large. And it doesn't look like they're currently in the fight against the Oh, nope, France has appeared. This is no longer West Francia. King of France, King of Germany, King of Austrasia, King of Aquitaine, and King of Burgundy. Interesting. And also quite bad. See, this is why we need to keep them raided. We need to make sure that they stay poor. Otherwise they will start to spiral. And that would be bad. Oh dear. Run away. See, we get away faster than they arrive. I think. Yeah, just. You gotta be quick! Alright, do any of these have a lot of money? Actually, yes, Aegon does. And this is in a different duchy, so Aquitaine is unlikely to care as much. So let's go and raid this. And because we got away without engaging their forces, that does not count as a retreat, even though it totally is. Which also means that we can continue raiding, because if they defeat us in a battle, then we can't raid anymore. That's the way it works. We're actually going to make quite a pretty penny, which we'll be able to send home and then invest further into our economy. Do we have any other society missions? No. We still need the 2000 renown. But as I'm here getting this prestige, I think the prestige does convert into renown somehow. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure it does. So that's good. Alright, the Frankish armies are a little bit on the ball right now, so we're going to go and raid Cornwall, I think. They've had time to gather and fight against us. So we need to let them dismiss those levies, send them home, and then we can hit them again in the future. So, Devon's quite wealthy. We'll hit Devon instead. Sealand is fighting. Sealand itself isn't. And Solvi is now in Genius. Oh dear. Very good character. I was kind of hoping that this would mean that Sealand would collapse a bit. Does not seem to have happened. Which is very disappointing. For some time now, my son, Wust, has been overcome with fatigue and troubled by a persistent cough. I've now been told that his symptoms are for pneumonia. Call my physician, who's really good at this, so she should be able to handle it. A lack of bravery. I've seen Gero the short-tempered during a couple of gatherings with wolf warriors, and I cannot help notice how this middle-aged man appears needlessly jumpy. As a warrior, he needs me. I will attempt to offer him some guidance. I don't think I'm going to necessarily... Oh, no. Ungrateful sod. You bring dishonor to the people of this nation. I will fight you. Chosen to accept. Let's fight. The duel. My opponent seems to be getting tired. His moves becoming slower. Strengthened by the cheers of the crowd, I thrust my spear hard into his chest. The surprise is clear on his face as blood fills his mouth. I must have hit something important. Oops! Hail, veteran! As members of the Wolf Warriors, you must always be ready to fight. To prove your mettle, seek out and duel Tabar. Yeah. I will duel him. No, I won't. Because I've recently been in a duel. How long until that disappears? We're going to make you a special interest character so that I can duel you and fight you. Fellow of the Wolf Warriors. Gero has been killed in a duel against Mordred, still the bottomless. May your mead horns be bottomless. That is another prisoner that we can ransom. And they would accept. So I think once we're done with Cornwall, we'll head back home, drop off this money, raise a new fleet, because I'm pretty sure that we can raise a lot more ships than we're using right now. Considering this is only Gotland tribe, we don't even have the Icelandic ships. The pillaging and looting undertaken in my name has earned me a fearsome reputation as a Viking raider. All along the coast, mothers tucking in their children for the night warn that unless they behave, the terrible Mordred, scourge of the seas, will come ashore with his undead warriors and eat them. I am now a Viking, which also means that everyone likes me a heck of a lot more, which is fantastic. Also means I'm better at fighting. 71 personal combat. Get in. Now I would like to get Sea Ravager at the very least. Whether I get Sea King or not, I'm not sure. I suspect I started this a little bit too late in my career. But we should be able to get Ravager. Erland tribe has finished, so we should build something new here. We could just about afford a market village. We should at some point also invest in the Earth Hill forts. In fact, let's do that first. That's going to make everything much harder to siege and also give us more retinue. We can then convert the prestige retinue that we currently have into a heavy infantry retinue. Huskarls. I do like how they all have different names. Tribal warrior retinue, trapper retinue, hunting party, veteran warrior, and then Huskarl. So the church should be ravaged fairly soon. We do have too many holdings in the domain, but I don't care. I'm not going to give stuff away. Market town has been completed, so you could build something else. I'm going to continue to invest. We are rather short on money into an Earth Hill fort. So yeah, I think once Devon has fallen, let alone Cornwall, will head off. That does help. We've completely destroyed the Temple of Exeter. Oops. How bad. I'm actually surprised that the church was Exeter and the town is Axminster. I was kind of assumed that Exeter was just a big city, town, village thing. You want me... The Petty King of Viken, which is here, no, here, wants me to join the wars. You are currently fighting against a peasant revolt. And Heidemark. Heidemark is here. You know what? I will accept that. And then once we're done here, we'll head home. We'll intervene in your war. Beat your enemies for you. Get a bunch of renown so I can get promoted to hero. Starting to think that Alfilda might fancy me. No, she doesn't. Right, Axminster is done, so let's head back to the ships. Ships are almost full. Could carry another 40, but this will do for now. Now, regardless of where you drop the loot off, it's always your capital which improves in prosperity. So we'll just drop it off in Erland here. And then we'll go and fight them. 1,000 rebels will not be enough. And the wife is pregnant again. How's the son doing? 14. What are you doing? 5. Okay. Who's teaching you? Court tutor. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, the mother. Possibly stepmother. And there we go. Loads and loads of dosh. So I'm going to drop the levies as they stand right now. I'm going to raise them again. I'm going to drop the fleet. I'm going to raise them again. No fleets in Iceland. Really? Right, I can't be raiding right now. The raiders are dark. Oh, those are the retinue. Okay, cool. So we're going to drop you in a ship, send you over here. Grab these guys. And then we're going to sort out who is in which position. So again, we're going to have Mordred on the right flank. We're going to have the direct leader in the center. And then Styrig in the left. And hopefully he can improve his tough soldier to something a little more vicious. Bark the army. And we'll drop you over here. And then while we're fighting these guys, we'll go and grab the rest of the force from Iceland. And then we'll have a full fighting force here. And probably enough to split in half. So Viken's armies are fighting against here. We're going to get 100% against that. Let's have you lot large into there. Okay, go. We do outnumber them most 3-1, but I think I'm going to wait just a little bit to make sure we have some morale. Okay, now we can go. Nope, no escape for you. Okay, so we do now have 200 heavies. They have no heavies, mostly light infantry. We just outnumber them. When it comes to light infantry, it's the outnumbering that matters. 1,000 kills. You'll make a suitable sacrifice for Odin. Okay. Heidelmark, I don't think I want to do anything about. Because we'll just take unnecessary attrition. Kind of same with attacking up there, it's just attrition. So I think we're basically good to go, back to base. Why aren't you moving here? I'm not above this. Right, Gotland tribe. Can now get a war camp, which is more light infantry, more archers, or a better weaponsmith. I'm going to go with the war camp, I think. No, weaponsmith. And here, hill fort, and here, hill fort, and here. Now bear in mind that in order to become feudal in all of these locations, we need to make sure that the hill forts are upgraded to stone, which is tier 4. So all of the investment that we're doing on the hill forts right now will pay off in the long term. Like, regardless of what happens, it's required. We could again hold a great block. We just have this one poor sod. In fact, it's a young girl, so I don't think we can execute them anyway. I'll take one attrition here. In that case, let's split you in half. And hopefully we don't take as much. And on that note, we will need to end this. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you're enjoying it. If you are, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you get notifications when I put more of this stuff up. If you're really enjoying this, then do consider checking out my Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking. Actually, speaking of the subscribe, trying to hit really hard, trying to hit 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube. So if you haven't already subscribed, then please do, because I really want to hit that by the end of the year. That would be absolutely amazing. I do also very frequently stream on Twitch. You can find that at twitch.tv/MordredViking. So if you'd like to have a little more direct chat, a little more immediate interaction with me, then Twitch is definitely the way to go, and I am very active over there. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. I will catch you guys next time. Goodbye.